Welcome back, YouTube. Today we are on the Leftovers SMP playing Vault Hunters, and this is the spawn building that we've built. When I say we, I mean mainly Blue, Fuzzy, and Sturcat. And today we are going to be making our contribution here. This is the artifact station, and this is where we will set up a artifact um, place here in spawn with some of our leftover artifacts, and let's deck this out. And as you can see, we've got a bunch of posters here. I believe these are built by Gimli right here. So take a look at all the leftovers SMP members and their little posters here. The dependable I've got you. I love that. I love that. I didn't even know this was here. And when I came here to add this little artifact station, um, we've got some little leftover chest in case we have the leftovers of the leftover spawn portal. So that will be pretty nice to see if we can get this all filled up as well. Everybody has their own artifact portal here, but I thought it would be pretty nice if we got one at spawn as well. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to fill this up by the end of the season. As we're filling up our vault portal, which we have 6 items left, I believe at this time only the bears have theirs set up, so we should be on track here. Level 95, we are cruising. Yeah, we need to figure out mycelium. But that should be pretty easy because we have unlocked another mod. Yes, we have unlocked mechanism. We have also unlocked easy villagers. So I think mycelium is easy. Mycelium is easy with these mods because we can just use the metallurgic infuser to infuse shrooms with dirt. And how are we going to generate dirt here? I believe that there is metallurgic infuser to infuse this biofuel with sand, and the biofuel is pretty easy. You just put it through the crusher. Some of these items, so probably like moss or one of these items that we produce in bulk. Maybe a cake, foreshadowing, or one of these other items that is easily grown. We might want to do some like warp block or something like that. But we'll try to get the highest value here. And yeah, so we're excited. We're going to run some vaults here and set up our deck. And let's send it over. We've got a new companion to our team. We've got Duelist, who commented in the last episode. Thank you, Phil Ruse, for having the comment, and welcome to the squad. Let's get into the big deck club. Let's unlock our first deck, or I should say, our first big deck. In order to do so, we are going to need to create this Omega Pog, which are these unique gem chunks, which are 9 of these clusters. We use these to make keys as well. And so that is that. We have all of our chunks in our inventory. So let's go. Omega Pog. Oh, no achievement for that? All right. let's get crafting our big deck. We love our resource deck here, and we've got a few enhancements here. Let's take a look at it before we get into our 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 big deck creation. We have a bunch of these gems, unique gems. This one we probably don't trigger as often, but this one, Ashium, 39 mobs. Pizza Knight, 26 wood. Xenium, 48 horde mobs. Iskel, 40 horde mobs. Real nice, real nice. And then we've got a couple mango cards here. Got mango for 67 horde mobs. I guess we actually have our socket here that does 5% resource cards, so that helps us out here. We've got mango for 67. Does that reflect here? Mango. That must be calculated afterwards. So 67 and 76, and we just got this starfruit for 28 tanks killed. This has not procced once for us yet, but just in case, we want to throw that in there. And then we have some bonus ones in here that are just filling out the slots. So we've got a couple chromatic iron, some beniotite, silver, and a mystery egg card. But we kind of want to replace this with a better resource deck. And for that, we are going to unlock the Anvil deck. Let's go. Anvil deck created. So I'm going to play around with this and try to come up with a good mixture of cores here. So we've got a lot of good cores here. This is pretty neat. We don't have the ones that I really want to put on here. I want to put on Fortune and Harvester. Oh, we do have a couple Harvester ones, so that's good. And we have this Bounty Core one. I'm curious. So this says +1 crate tier completing a vault with at least 8 resource cards. So this is a one-time thing. It doesn't like stack. So for every, so if I had 16 resource cards, we don't get +2 crate tiers on here. I believe that's the case. So it's not quite as good because we could use a higher tier because we were planning on having all resource cards in here. But yeah, so actually, let's try to do some experimentation with this deck. Well, we have built our resource deck here. We've used a bounty core that gives us the +1 crate tier, completing a vault with at least 16 resource cards. And we have some that are better than that, but this is going to be our resource decks. We're going to have only resource cards in here. We have a harvest in there at 27% resource card requirements, so that it decreases the amount of items we need to get or mobs killed. And we are just waiting on a fortune core. So we'll be hunting for that. There is a little bit of improvement to the resource card. I believe you can get 30%. Yeah, so we're 3% away from the best there. And that kind of loads us up here. So now we only need 21 tanks killed. So if we look at this deck and we have the card, wait, that doesn't seem right. 21 tanks. Where is Starfruit? Oh, so we must not have reached the one. Let's see, mystery egg. $22. So okay, so it must have rounded down. Unfortunate there. 21. But like if we take a look at this mango at 52 and 58. Mango. Or maybe it calculates it in there. Oh yeah, it calculates it in there. So because it's in the deck, if I take this out, it originally was 29, and now I put in the deck, it's 21. So that is very nice there. That is our powerful resource deck. But we are not done there. Yes, we're going to create a new deck. And it actually, there might be some benefit of keeping the deck as an anvil and making a new one. But there is a specific reason why I'm going to take the cake deck. So that's going to be crafted. And now let's build our cake deck. And the main reason why we're taking this over the anvil is that we've got some arcane slots. Before we get into the building of our cake deck here, we do want, so it would be nice to have 3 different slots here, because ideally we'd have, or what we're going to have is Shining, which is going to give our stat cards 150% bonus, and Steadfast, which could give up to 120% bonus. So we don't have any of those, so we need to hunt those. And a third one, which would be nice, and that's not needed, is a color socket. That would give us an additional 40% stat increase. Now, to be ideal, this deck would have the same color in it as all, because I've calculated it out, and I'm pretty sure. Now this has arcane slots in here, so I'm not sure if they quite count it up, but each slot, the potential for the cake vault is 179 times upgrades. So if you take a look at this evolving stat card, right? For each green row card, this would get increased, right? So for now it's 0, but if I put in one here, it increases the attack damage to 0.3. Up now it's 0.6, and now it's 0.9. So each one of those I count as a point. This deck has a potential of 179 increase bonus, which is from my calculations, the 3rd highest potential. The 2nd highest at 180, so 1 potential more, is the Anvil deck, right? That does not have any arcane slots. So that's why we're not going to pick that one, because I kind of want to do a little arcane boost. And the best deck overall, which I believe is the best deck for stats and for resource cards, is the Valera deck at 181 potential. That again only has 2 slots, but once we hit level 50 in Valera, we will probably change our resource deck to Valera, and yeah. Now I've done all the calculations on all the decks for the potential. I'm thinking about creating a little web app to determine that, as well as the ability of where to put it, because it depends on, like, right here. This card. Let's do one that actually has itself in here. So this green row, if I put it here, the green row potential is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? But the diagonal potential is only 1, 2, 3, and potentially 4. I don't think this counts as like a green card or the color. So that is what I'm talking about for potential, and it all depends on the card that you get. So for here, yeah, you'd want a row card, right? A diagonal card or a column card won't work. So that potential is what we're going to be trying to chase. We're not going to get it very quickly, but that is what we're going to try to chase. And that calculation I could put up on an app. Leave it in the comments below if you want to see that. But But before we get into diving into these cards, let's take a look at how we got both of these decks.
Are we going to do this?
All right,
Yeah.
let's do it. And right. All
My
right.
poor eyes are going to be.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice.
Let's go.
All right.
I found one.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, it's going.
It's still pink where I am downstairs, but I can't see it.
Holy crap! That took
okay.
off almost. Up there.
Yeah, it's right there.
Hey!
Oh, no.
All right,
Come,
where are you?
where are you?
I'm in the corner. So I don't even need to complete the vault.
Holy crap!
Oh, I found it.
Nice.
Buried in the chest.
Amazing grace.
Up top, I think.
Oh crap!
Oh, these
I
dogs
got
are
it.
gonna hurt.
Got it. Oh, no. It's right where those mobs are. It's right up top there.
Yeah, I can see it.
Is that it?
Should have
We
been.
need to survive now, I think, right? That's what it said.
Yeah, we probably have to complete the vault.
Okay. There's one thing. If you want to take that one, Matt.
Sure. I can fruit for you guys. You guys just want the extra crates. I think they're just cakes, right? All right, I clicked out.
Yeah, it's all cakes. Buzzy, you got one? There's one in this room.
Yes, that cake vault got pretty intense. We actually ran another cake vault in a stream. I believe it was a fuzzy stream or a blue stream. Go check out them both. Actually, yeah, I think it was a fuzzy stream, but go check out both of their streams. They've been doing some good streaming. So there's a difference between an evolving card, stat card, and a regular stat card. So if you can see this damage, essentially you'll need three of these active. So if let's say, where's a slot that doesn't have three? Right here. Well, this has three as well. So this has three. So this is going to be a little less effective than a damage because it's literally 0.1 damage. So it'll be 0.9 damage. So right in this slot, it's probably better to put a +1 attack there, right, instead of this card because you gain the potential there. However, for some of these, like these increased attack, this card is more effective at 2 and actually is the same. So we need to check on those cards because it might be beneficial in some situations to just have a stat card in the spot instead of a evolution. So that's something that we're going to need to take in mind. We've got through all of the evolution cards, and right now blue has the most of the colors with the respective color of the card. So let's compare the quality of cards, at least with these blue and green. Attack damage. Okay. That's pretty good. A lot of this stuff we don't really use. So I think blue, so we're going to try to get blue cards as far as stat cards go. So what we've kind of done here is put an exporter here. Now if I do exact mode off, is that going to bring in cards? It is. Very nice. Okay, so now we're just going to cruise through a bunch of these cards, and basically we're going to be going for blue cards and attack cards. So anything like physical damage and or things that are going to help that. We polished off most of our cards here, and our binder is looking full. We ended up pulling a Gorgonite gem for this. It's Dwellers, but potentially we were able to get 7 in a vault, so that's pretty good. For our Evo, this deck needs a lot of work. This is nowhere near. We would want all of this stuff to be damage, and like none of this stuff is quite what we want it. Quite what we want it. One thing I did learn is that the diagonal ones do not count itself as a diagonal. The row ones do, the column ones do, the diagonals don't. So it's these decks actually are a little less potential than I initially calculated. It might not affect this deck at all because I'm pretty sure the row is the best that it can, and also that this does not count as a slot for any of these really. So column, let's see, what was this? This is knockback resist. So what's knockback resist at? Knockback resist is at 0.75 and still at 0.75, even though this is in the same column. That does not get updated. So a few things there. I should have. I'll be working on an app to basically calculate all this stuff, and having these kinds of calculations in there. It is kind of weird that the diagonals don't matter, because specifically for this one, if I had a diagonal here, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that would 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it's the same thing. So you basically just want row cards for each of these. But as we collect more cards, we will be able to utilize this better. I don't think we're going to utilize this deck right now, mainly because we just don't have what we need in here. The arcane slots are really nice. They kind of increase our skills quite a bit. I don't have it equipped to me, but essentially it increases our damage quite a bit with +1 rampage and +2 wrath totem. We don't have any more of rampage or wrath totems, and I kind of wanted 3 rampage in there, so we'll take a look at getting those up to date as well. I did find somewhat of an issue here. So if I type in wrath totem here, when I click and drag it, it kind of like disappears and kind of does a little wonky. So basically that's when it's searching in here, and it takes a while. I have to like leave the binder in order for it to come in. But if it does the same thing with the inventory, right? So it's kind of a little weird. So if I come out of here again, and that should, I think eventually it'll resync and do it. Maybe I'll do one of these. I'll just go like that. We'll put that in there. But if yeah, so now that's back in there. That's okay. But we just had to manually search their eyes into here to grab it. So yeah. Why don't we hop into a vault and see how our new scav deck, or not scav deck, our resource deck here holds up. I'm going to try to do a vault and try to get as many mobs in there as I can, and and kill and unalive them. Let's do it. All right, we're going to run this brazier. So we have the theme Spore Grove Enchanted. That should give us more mobs, a little on the average on the tanks, and the ones that spawn a lot should be fairly decent. And we put a master sigil on here, so there's 150% difficulty. I believe that just means there's going to be more braziers, and that's going to give us +4 crate tiers. Plus our research deck should give us another +1 crate tier. And we're basically just trying to run so that we get a bunch of mobs so that we can see if we how well our research deck is going to go. And so the horde mobs, you can see it has a lot there, and the tanks is kind of average, so that's pretty decent. Let's hop in. Oh, so you can't do a master sigil on braziers. Interesting. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's run an elixir here and see what the crate looks like. So we finish it. Especially with our +1 crate. Elixirs usually give pretty decent. Ooh, the treasure. Nice. Better rarity. Not too bad on the loot there. So it's not bad. Here's the mycelium to put in there. Let's go. Oh, just about. Just about. So let's open that up, but I think these might push us over the edge. 96. Let's go. Let's clear our bags, and then we'll see what's in. And that is a decent amount there. Oh, we got an artifact too. Let's see. 13 upling. We didn't get a star fruit. How many? What do we need for 21 tanks? How close did we get? How close did we get? Yeah, 26 tanks. We should have got star fruit. Star fruit. Oh, you know what? We did get a star fruit. Let's go. Let's go. Huge. All right, let's see what we have in our artifact. Is it a new one? Oh, it's not. It is not. So let's take that over to spawn. Let's take that over to spawn and set it up in our new little table here. Whoop. Very nice. Got a little extra one there. So that is going to do it for today's episode. If you happen to like it, leave a like, maybe throw a subscribe in there, and have a good one. See you in the next one. Later.